Now that DC Studios has a few projects underway, it is time to ask a very serious question. And that question is, are we truly getting a shared universe for what James Gunn is bringing to the table? Now, I know immediately there are going to be people out there who's going to say, oh, I'm so sick and tired of this connected BS. Give me my standalone superhero films once again. However, I feel that those folks are underestimating the strength of a shared universe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the news in question, and I'm also going to give you guys some examples on how a shared universe is actually a strength for the comic book movie genre. Now look, before I get started, do your boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's video. Now, the news in question here is, this is coming from Fiction Horizon. It is titled, Lanterns is not tied to DCU's larger storytelling plan, but aims for multi-season run, says Chris Mundy. Now, if you don't know who Chris Mundy is, he is the writer and showrunner. That's right. So he should have an understanding as to what is going on with the Lanterns TV series. Now, I don't want to give you the whole article today. I just want to give you his quote. Quote, we're not part of the larger storytelling plan right now. Season 1 is designed to be its own complete season of television that hopefully will become many seasons of television. Now, that is what he said. He's pretty much confirming that Lanterns, the television series that James Gunn confirmed, was going to kick off the overarching story for his entire DC universe. It's on his own. And I feel that everything that James Gunn has given us so far is also on its own. You look at Superman, right? Yeah, it's featuring a bunch of characters, but it's really on its own. Supergirl, yeah, it kind of share the same name as Superman, but it's on its own. Creature Commandos, on its own, right? So you look at the Lanterns television series. The showrunner is confirming that it is also on its own. So the point I'm trying to make here is there's nothing that is saying that we're getting a connected universe. Yeah, James Gunn and company confirmed that they're trying to build up to a Justice League film, right? I guess it'll be an in-game situation, somewhat like the Marvel Cinematic Universe did. But I feel that the way we're starting, it's going to be a rough ride getting there. Now, when it comes to Lanterns not being a part of the overall story, in my opinion, it is a mistake. It is a mistake because you want people to get used to your universe, and they're not going to be able to get used to your universe if it's a jumbled mess. Because that is what I'm getting from James Gunn's DC universe. Nothing really feels connected. Nothing feels fluid. Everything just seems as if it's all over the place. Coming out of the blue with no true character development. Look at Superman. He's already been Superman for 10 years. Where the rest of his story at? At least the Batman said, look, this Batman year one. But with Superman, he's been Superman for a fucking while. So we're skipping over tons of character development just to get to what? We don't even know at this very moment. All we know is they're trying to copy Marvel all over again. Fast pace, fast forwarding, and not to mention skipping over all of the story that you should be telling if you want to get to a proper climax. Now, as far as those out there who feels as if a shared universe is the downfall of the comic book movie genre, what I would like for you to do is go and compare. Compare the MCU films that was fully connected to those that is not connected, such as the Marvels, right?
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania wanted to begin that connectivity within the MCU, but it dropped the ball massively. It didn't do it the right way. They wanted Ant-Man to introduce the main antagonist of the next phase, and that was the wrong choice to make. You look at other films, Thor: Love and Thunder, that is not connected in such a way that it should be. However, when you look at movies like Avengers Endgame, right? You look at movies like Captain Marvel, you look at movies like Iron Man 3, you look at movies like such as Spider-Man, No Way Home, Far From Home, all of those films made over $1 billion. And I will give you a good example with the DC universe, right? The previous one. When DC first started out, they started out with $400 million opening weekends in the row. Something that Marvel had yet to do and still to today has yet to do. Now, all of those films was connected. Every last one of them. Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, even Justice League, but it was a redo of what Warner Brothers should have brought to the table for fans. But when the DC Universe decided to go away from that connected story, you started to get flops like Birds of Prey. Shazam was a very decent outcome of a $100 million budget, I believe it was. I think it grossed something like $400 million worldwide, somewhere along those lines. But you started to get films like Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 1984, Blue Beetle, Shazam and the Fury of the Gods, The Flash. The reason why all of those films flopped the way that they did, it wasn't only because they were bad movies. It was because they was not building up to anything. The moment that DC threw that away, a lot of fans lost interest. And it seems that a lot of fans within the MCU also feels the same way. So when it comes to a connected universe, just understand that it is a strength for the comic book movie genre. We have had examples from both Marvel and DC. All you have to do is pay attention to the box office. Now, as for Lanterns not being a part of James Gunn's overall story, this is another walk back because previously he said that Lanterns was going to kick it all off. But now it seems that it has to come from somewhere else. It goes to show you that James Gunn has some trouble behind closed doors regarding his DC universe. And I do feel that he's running into those roadblocks because he's trying to keep it separate.